Pressure doesn't create who you are. It removes what was hiding it. Bah, bah, bah. When everything is easy, anyone can look composed. Anyone can talk about discipline, talk about courage, talk about control. The pressure arrives, plans collapse, time disappears, expectations rise, and suddenly the real version steps forward. You discovered yours the hard way. Your hands shook, the thoughts raced, your confidence disappeared, but you stay. Not perfectly, not fearlessly, you stay. And that mattered, because courage wasn't the absence of panic. It was continuing while panic was present. You started learning how you react under weight. Where you rush, where you hesitate, where you overthink, where you want to escape. Every pressure point revealed something, and everything revealed could be trained. Pressure rises, stay ready. Heat comes, hold your ground, breathe. Don't let urgency control your hands. Move, don't let fear choose your next decision again. Yeah, pressure isn't your enemy, it's the test. Yeah, you stop trying to eliminate pressure that was impossible. Instead, you trained your response, slow the breath, clear the thought, separate facts from panic, find the next action, then execute. You learned that chaos wants your attention, it wants you reacting to everything, so you became selective. One problem, one decision, one movement at a time. You didn't need to solve the entire situation in 1 second. You needed to stop making it worse. That became your advantage. While others rush, you slowed down. While others panic, you observed. While others reacted, you chose. Not because you felt superior, because you had practice staying present. Pressure rises, stay ready. Heat comes, hold your ground, breathe. Keep your mind inside the moment. Move one decision at a time. Again, the pressure can rise. Your control rises with it. Now you understand why difficult situations changed you. They showed you where you were fragile and gave you something specific to strengthen. You became better at handling uncertainty, better at waiting, better at making decisions without perfect information, better at accepting what you couldn't control and acting on what you could. That's maturity, not becoming unaffected, becoming responsive instead of reactive. Pressure still arrives, but it doesn't surprise you. You know what to do. Observe, decide, execute. The situation may remain difficult, but you no longer add unnecessary chaos to it. That's strength, not being unbreakable, being able to bend without losing direction. Feel the pressure. Don't rush, don't rush. Breathe. Don't rush, don't rush. Breathe. Now decide. Pressure rises, stay ready. Heat come, hold your ground, breathe. When everything speeds up, boom, become the calm inside the chaos. Again, pressure doesn't define you. Your response does. Stay composed, stay precise, stay moving. Pressure didn't show you who you wanted to be. It showed you what still needed to be built. Nobody saw the beginning. Nobody saw the struggle. That's exactly why it became real. There were no there were no cameras inside those mornings, no applause inside those empty rooms, just you and the decision to keep going. You worked without knowing if anyone would notice, trained without compliments, study without recognition, fail without an audience. Some days the only evidence of progress was that you showed up again. You learned to operate without external reward. question made you dangerous, you no longer needed permission to improve. No crowd, still build. No praise, still work. Move. Nobody has to see what you're becoming. Keep stacking what they cannot see. Again, the strongest foundation is built in silence. You discovered how much growth happens before anyone notices. The first change is usually invisible. Your discipline, your patience, your tolerance for discomfort, those things develop before the results appear. So you stop measuring your worth by immediate outcomes. A bad week didn't erase the process. A missed target didn't erase the lessons you kept collecting. Small victories, one completed task, one better decision, one more controlled response, one more day without returning to old habits. Nobody celebrated, you did it anyway, because eventually you understood the work doesn't become valuable because someone sees it. Someone sees it because the work eventually becomes impossible to ignore. No applause, no audience, no validation. Good, now keep building. No crowd, still build. No praise, still work. Ooh. Let silence become your training ground. Let repetition create the evidence. Again, you don't need to be noticed. You need to become undeniable. Now you understand why the quiet years matter. They gave you something attention could never give. Self-reliance. You learned how to continue without being encouraged, how to correct yourself without being embarrassed, how to improve without announcing it. That changed your confidence. It became quieter, more stable, less dependent on what people thought. You don't need everyone to understand your direction. You don't even need everyone to like it. Your responsibility is simple. Keep building, keep refining, keep learning, keep showing up, because the person you become in private eventually walks in the public. And when that happens, people may call it talent, luck, overnight success. Let them. They weren't there. They didn't see the mornings, the failures, the repetitions, the decisions. You don't need to correct them. You know where it came from. Nobody saw it. You did. That's enough. Keep going. No crowd, still build. No praise, still work. Move. Keep stacking the days nobody notices. Keep creating what eventually speaks for itself. Again, no audience, no excuses, no need for approval. Just work until the invisible becomes undeniable. They didn't see you becoming stronger. They only saw the moment you became impossible to overlook.
Your goals aren't competing with other people. They're competing with everything trying to steal your attention.
Yeah! You sat down to work, then checked your phone. One message, one video, one notification. 5 minutes became 30, and the task was still waiting. You weren't incapable, you were scattered. Your attention was being sold, one interruption at a time. So you changed the environment. Phone away, door closed, noise removed. One task, one target, one block of time. At first it felt uncomfortable. Your mind wanted stimulation, wanted movement, wanted something new. But you stayed, and slowly your attention became stronger. You discovered something. Focus isn't something you simply have, it's something you protect. Cut the noise, lock in, drop the distraction. Focus, cut the noise, lock in, drop the distraction. Focus, work. Everything doesn't deserve your attention. Move, protect the hours that build your future. Again, your attention is your ammunition. Stop wasting it. You started noticing how often you escaped a difficult paragraph, a hard exercise, a boring task, a slow result. The moment resistance appeared, your hand reached for something easier that became the real battle. Not the workload, the impulse to leave it. So you trained your ability to remain 5 minutes longer, then 10, then 20. Not chasing some perfect state of concentration, just staying with the task. You learned to tolerate boredom because boredom wasn't an emergency. You learned to tolerate silence because silence wasn't emptiness. You learned to tolerate the discomfort of thinking and the change. The quality of your work, your mind became less reactive. Your decisions became cleaner. Your output became deeper.
Close the apps. Put the phone down. You know what matters. Now give it your full attention.
Cut the noise, lock in. Drop the distraction, focus. Cut the noise, lock in.
Don't let a notification interrupt the future you're building.
Move,
Stay with the difficult thing.
again.
Focus isn't found, it's defended.
Now, you don't need perfect silence. You can work through ordinary noise because the real change happened internally. You learn to choose where your attention goes. Not every message needs an answer. Not every opinion needs a reaction. Not every opportunity deserves your time. That understanding made you selective. You stop saying yes to everything because every yes spends attention, and attention cannot be refunded. Your goals became clearer. Your schedule became cleaner. Your mind became quieter. You started finishing what you started, not because you discovered more hours, because you stopped leaking the hours. You already had that focus, not staring at a task while thinking about everything else.
It's deciding what deserves you and giving it what it requires. No phone, no noise, no escape.
Stay here. Drop the distraction, focus. Drop the noise, lock in. Drop the distraction, focus. Work.
Every minute protected becomes another brick.
Move.
Every distraction rejected keeps you moving forward.
Again.
Nobody is coming to protect your attention. You have to lock it, stay there, finish. Your future isn't only built by what you accomplish. It's also built by everything you decide isn't worth your attention. Nobody's asking you become perfect. Only to stop betraying the standard you chose.
You know the difference between tired and careless, between need and recovery. It's searching for an excuse. You felt both, you've used both, but something changed. You started watching your own decisions, not judging them, measuring them. Did you keep the promise? Did you finish the work? Did you choose what mattered over what felt easier? Those questions became uncomfortable because nobody else could answer them. You could blame the schedule, blame the mood, blame the circumstances, but you knew the truth, your standard was yours to protect. So you stopped demanding perfection, you demanded honesty. If you failed, admit it. If you needed rest, take it. If you were avoiding work, face it. No excuses, no performance, just accountability. Hold the standard, guard the line. Stand when nobody is watching. Move when nobody will know if you cut the corner again. The standard means nothing if it disappears when things get difficult. You started understanding that discipline isn't intense and it's reliability anyone can have. One perfect day, one perfect workout, one perfect week. But can you repeat the fundamentals when they're boring? Can you stay precise when you're tired? Can you keep your word when nobody checks? That's why identity forms, not during the highlight, during the repetition. You stopped trying to impress yourself, started trying to impress yourself, and trust came slowly. One promise kept, then another, until your own words started carrying weight. You didn't need external pressure anymore. Your standard was already waiting. You knew what was required, so you did it. Not because you felt like it, because you decided what kind of person you were gonna be. Nobody sees this moment. That's exactly why it matters. Don't lower the standard. Hold it. Hold the standard. Guard the line. Stand. When excuses stand. Offer starts negotiating. Move. When excuses sound reasonable, you don't need to be perfect, just don't abandon what you know matters. Now the standard isn't something written down, it's visible in your behavior. How you enter the room, home, how you handle pressure, how you respond to how you treat your own promises. You don't need to announce discipline, people can feel it. Not because you're loud, because you're consistent. Inconsistency has a different presence. You became more selective with your commitments. You stopped promising what you couldn't sustain, started choosing fewer things and doing it properly. That made your life quieter but stronger. You learn that self-respect is built through evidence. Every time you keep your word, every time you correct yourself, every time you refuse the easy lie, you add another layer, and eventually the standard becomes automatic. Not because you became perfect, because lowering it starts feeling worse than maintaining it. The body is watching. Good. This one is yours. Easy option looks attractive. When nobody would know you chose differently. Protect the person you're becoming. Don't lower the line just because the day got hard. Your standard isn't tested. It's revealed. But nobody would blame you for lowering.
You kept running from what hurt you. Until you realized it was running your life.
Avoided the mirror when you didn't like the answer. Stay busy so you wouldn't have to think. Filled every silence with another distraction. Anything to avoid what waited underneath. You caught it moving forward, but you were only moving around the problem. Same fear, same pattern, different day. You knew exactly what you were avoiding. The weakness, the insecurity, the unfinished work. The part of yourself you didn't want to confront. Then one day you got tired of escaping. You stopped, turned around, looked directly at what scared you. It wasn't smaller, but you were different. You had finally stopped giving it control. Stop running, face it, stop hiding, move, stand. Look directly at what you've avoided. Fight, don't let fear choose your direction. Again, you don't defeat what you keep escaping. Turn around. The hardest battle wasn't outside, it was admitting where you were responsible. You couldn't blame your circumstances forever, couldn't blame the people who disappointed you, couldn't blame the past for every decision. Some wounds weren't your fault, but healing them became your responsibility. That truth gave you control. You started correcting what you could, training weaknesses, changing habits, setting boundaries, keeping promises you used to break. It wasn't traumatic, it was uncomfortable, because every improvement forced you to admit you could have started earlier, but regret wasn't useful, so you stopped counting lost time.
direct answer. Again! You don't need to feel fearless, you need to stop retreating. Now you understand why running was exhausting. You were carrying the same problem into every new place. New goals, new relationships, new routines. Same unresolved weakness. But once you faced it, something changed. The weight became specific, and specific problems can be solved. You knew what needed work, so you worked. You knew what needed healing, so you stopped pretending it didn't exist. You knew what needed to end, so you let it end. You became less interested in escaping discomfort, more interested in understanding it, and that made you calmer. Pressure doesn't disappear, you simply stop being surprised by it. Fear still appears, but it no longer automatically wins. You can feel doubt and continue, feel pain and recover, feel uncertainty and choose anyway. That's freedom. Not having nothing to fear, having something to fear and still owning your direction. Stop running, look at it, breathe. Now move! Stop running! Look at it, breathe! Now move! Stop running! Amazing! Stop running! Face it! Stop hiding! Move! Stand! Everything you avoided is waiting for an answer. Fight! Give it one. Again! No more circles. No more escape. Face forward. Keep moving. The day you stopped running was the day you finally discovered how fast you could move forward.
The break didn't destroy you. It revealed what was underneath. You remember the moment everything started cracking. Confidence disappeared, plans stopped making sense. The person you trusted became a stranger, and suddenly you had nowhere to hide. You questioned your strength, questioned your choices, questioned how long you could keep going. But beneath the confusion, something remained, not motivation, not confidence, just refusal, a quiet refusal to stay there. So you started small, one morning, one workout, one completed task, and another. You weren't rebuilding your entire life, you were rebuilding your ability to move. That was enough, because movement creates momentum, and momentum creates distance. Distance from the person you were becoming during the collapse. Broke then build, fall then return. Rise, you don't need to feel ready. Move, start with whatever still works. Again, the break was real, so is the rebuild. You learned that rebuilding isn't dramatic. Most of it is boring, fixing routines, fixing sleep, fixing focus, fixing the habits that quietly created damage. You stopped searching for one massive solution, started respecting small corrections. One bad habit removed, one good habit repeated, one promise kept, one distraction refused. Slowly, your foundation became stronger. Not because the past changed, because your response did. You couldn't control what broke you, but you could control what came afterward. So you stopped looking backward, stopped asking why it happened, started asking what could be built from it. Pain became material, failure became instruction. The empty space became room for something new, and every day you added another piece. Don't rebuild everything, rebuild today. One choice, one action. Then repeat. Grow, then build. Fall, then return. Rise, take the pieces and make them useful. Move, turn the damage into foundation. Again, you don't need the old version back. You don't need the old version back. Build a better one. Build a better one. Now you look back without wanting to return. You understand what that version couldn't see. Some endings were necessary, some losses created space, some failures forced honesty. You became more careful with what you build, more patient with how long it takes. You stopped confusing speed with progress. progress. A strong foundation doesn't appear overnight. It is tested, adjusted, reinforced, repeated. And now, when something shakes, you don't immediately collapse. You inspect the structure, find the weak point, strengthen it, continue. That's what changed. You don't expect life to stop hitting you. You expect yourself to recover faster. You don't need a perfect foundation. You need one that can withstand pressure. And you've already proven something important. You can break, you can rebuild, and you can come back with more structure
than before. Look at what's left. Still breathing. Good. Build.
Again. Grow, then build. Fall, then return. Let every crack show you where to reinforce. Let every setback become another layer. You are not rebuilding what was lost. You're building what comes next. No return.
No excuses. Build again. The break changed you, but the rebuild decided who you become. Rest feels different when you know you didn't run from the work.
You wanted the reward. Yeah. You wanted the reward before finishing the task. Wanted the results without carrying the weight. You searched for balance before building discipline, but every shortcut left something unfinished. So you changed the order. Work first, recovery after. You stop confusing comfort with restoration. There is a difference. One makes you stronger, the other keeps you soft. You learn to tell them apart. When your body needed rest, you listened. When your mind wanted escape, you didn't. That distinction changed your discipline. You no longer needed to punish yourself. You simply needed to stop lying to yourself if the work was done. Rest without guilt if it wasn't returned to it. Simple, clean, no drama. Work, then rest, finish, then breathe, earn it. Don't own it, don't escape. Work, then rest, finish, then breathe, earn it. Don't escape the pressure. Recover with purpose.
Again, rest isn't weakness. Rest becomes powerful when discipline comes first.
You started understanding that recovery is part of the process. Sleep wasn't laziness, food wasn't weakness. A quiet day wasn't failure. The difference was intention. You weren't resting because you wanted to avoid effort. You were resting so you could return stronger. That changed everything. You stopped feeling guilty for taking care of yourself, but you also stopped using recovery as an excuse. You learned your limits, learned your patterns, learned when to push, learned when to step back. Discipline wasn't constant suffering, it was control. Knowing when to attack, knowing when to recover, knowing when tomorrow's work will be better because today's rest was earned.
You worked, you finished, now breathe. Tomorrow you return.
Work, then rest, finish, then breathe, earn it. Don't recover with till return. Don't escape the purpose. Work, then rest, finish, then breathe, earn it. Don't recover without guilt, return.
Come back with purpose. Don't worship exhaustion. Master the cycle.
Now you understand that strength isn't only intensity, it's knowing yourself, knowing when your body needs another hour, knowing when your mind needs silence, knowing when you're recovering, and knowing when you're hiding. That awareness made you more dangerous because you stopped wasting energy. No pointless suffering, no unnecessary guilt, no chasing exhaustion just to feel productive. You work with intention, you recover with intention, then you return again and again and again. That's sustainable discipline, not burning everything down for one impressive week. Building a system you can repeat. You don't need to prove toughness every day. You need to remain capable for the next one. That's why rest is no longer your escape. It's part of your preparation. preparation. You earn the pause now, use it well, because tomorrow
the work continues. Breathe, recover, reset.
Then return. Work, then rest, finish, then breathe, earn it. Don't run from the work, return. Don't fear the recovery. Work, then rest, finish, then breathe, earn it. Don't run from the work, return. Don't fear the recovery. Push.
When it's time, rest when it's needed, then come back, ready to do it again. You don't rest because you are weak. You rest because you intend to return strong enough to continue.
You kept running from what hurt you until you realized it was running your life. You avoided the mirror when you didn't like the answer. Stayed busy so you wouldn't have to think. Filled every silence with another distraction. Anything to avoid what waited underneath. You caught it moving forward, but you were only moving around the problem. Same fear, same pattern, different day. You knew exactly what you were avoiding. The weakness, the insecurity, the unfinished work. The part of yourself you didn't want to confront. And one day you got tired of escaping. You stopped, turned around, looked directly at what scared you. It wasn't smaller, but you were different. You had finally stopped giving it control. Stop running, face it. Stop hiding, move. Stand. Look directly at what you've avoided. Fight, don't let fear choose your direction. Again, you don't defeat what you keep escaping.
Turn around.
The hardest battle wasn't outside, it was admitting where you were responsible. You couldn't blame your circumstances forever. Couldn't blame the people who disappointed you. Couldn't blame the past for every decision. Some wounds weren't your fault, but healing them became your responsibility. That truth gave you control. You started correcting what you could, training weaknesses, changing habits, setting boundaries, keeping promises you used to break. It wasn't dramatic, it was uncomfortable, because every improvement forced you to admit you could have started earlier, but regret wasn't useful. So you stopped counting lost time, started using the time remaining. Every day became another chance to prove that your past could explain you without controlling you. Stop.
Look at it. Don't blink, that's the thing you've been avoiding now. Move.
Stop running, face it. Stop hiding, move. Take the fear out of the shadows, fight. Give the problem a direct answer. Again, you don't need to feel fearless.
You need to stop retreating.
Now you understand why running was exhausting. You were carrying the same problem into every new place. New goals, new relationships, new routine. Same unresolved weakness, but once you faced it, something changed. The way became specific, and specific problems can be solved. You knew what needed work, so you worked. You knew what needed healing, so you stopped pretending it didn't exist. You knew what needed to end, so you let it end. You became less interested in escaping discomfort, more interested in understanding it, and that made you calmer. Pressure doesn't disappear, you simply stop being surprised by it. Fear still appears, but it no longer automatically wins. You can feel doubt and continue, feel pain and recover, feel uncertainty and choose anyway. That's freedom.
Not having nothing to fear, having something to fear, and still owning your direction. Stop running. Look at it, breathe. Now move.
Stop running, face it. Stop hiding, move.
Everything you avoided is waiting for an answer.
Fight,
Give it one
again.
No more circles, no more escape. Face forward, keep moving. finally discovered how fast you could move forward. They don't believe you could do it. Good. Now you don't have to waste energy convincing them. They looked at your past. They looked at your past and predicted your future, saw your mistakes and called them your identity. Every weakness became evidence against you. Every failure became their conclusion. You heard it enough to almost believe it. Maybe they're right, maybe this is all you are, but something inside refused that sentence. Not because you were confident, because you knew they hadn't seen the work. They hadn't seen the mornings you kept showing up, the nights you stayed when quitting felt easier. They only saw the unfinished version, so you stopped explaining, stopped defending, stopped asking them to understand. If they couldn't see it, fine, you would build it first. Let them doubt, build, let them talk, move, work. Their opinion doesn't change the mission. Let them doubt, build, let them talk, move, work. Again, you don't need belief before the result. No, let them underestimate you. You have work to do. You learned how exhausting it was to prove yourself. Every conversation became another courtroom, explaining your goals, defending your choices, trying to make people understand the vision. Then you realize they don't need to understand, they need to watch. So you became quieter, less talking, more repetition, less announcing, more execution. Every day became another piece of evidence. You didn't need a perfect transformation, you needed progress, one improvement, one correction, one stronger decision, one more completed promise. Eventually doubt became irrelevant because you weren't asking, do they believe me? You were asking, did I do the work? That question was harder and far more useful. They don't believe you? Don't argue. Don't convince them. Let them doubt, let them talk, move, work. Don't waste your breath on people committed. Let them doubt, let them talk, move, work. To misunderstanding you. Let consistency be your answer. You don't need their permission. You need your own discipline. Now doubt doesn't hurt the way it used to, cause you've collected too much evidence. You know what you survived, you know what you've learned. You know how many times you started again. Someone can question your ability, but they can't erase your preparation. They can ignore your progress, but they can't undo the work already completed. That's why your confidence feels different now. It isn't built from being praised, it's built from experience. You have watched yourself do things you once feared. You watched yourself stay when quitting was easier. You watched yourself change. That makes outside opinions smaller. You don't need everyone to see the vision. Some people only believe after the evidence arrives. Let them wait. Your job isn't to convince the room. Your job is to become the proof. And they doubt you. Let them, no explanation, no reaction. Let them doubt, let them talk, move, work. Let them doubt, let them talk, move, work. Again. Every result becomes another answer. Again. No. Don't chase belief. Don't chase approval. Don't chase recognition. Build until doubt has nothing left to say. They didn't believe because they couldn't see what you were building. Now they can see it, and you still don't need to explain. Your body gets tired. Your motivation disappears. So what remains when you have nothing left? There will be mornings when the fire is gone. No excitement, no hunger, no feeling that today matters. You will question why you're still doing this. Your muscles feel heavy, the thoughts feel heavier, and nobody is coming to create the drive for you. That's where most people start negotiating. Just this once. Tomorrow I'll make up for it. I've done enough. One exception becomes two. Become routine, and routine becomes identity. So you learn to recognize the moment, the exact second when your mind starts looking for an exit. That's when you stopped asking how you felt and started asking what you committed to. The feeling changes, the commitment remains. No fire, still move. No drive, still work. Stay. When motivation disappears. When your mind starts bargaining again. You don't need to feel unstoppable. You need to remain in control. Your mind became the hardest opponent. It knew exactly what to say. You can rest today, you deserve a break. What's one missed session? And sometimes those words sounded reasonable. That's what made them dangerous. You learned that discipline isn't fighting obvious temptation. It's recognizing the intelligent excuses, the ones that sound almost responsible. So you created rules, not because you're weak, because you know how persuasive weakness can be. You stop making decisions inside moments of exhaustion. You decided beforehand. The schedule was already written. The standard was already chosen. Your mood didn't get a vote anymore. That changed the relationship. You didn't need motivation to begin. Beginning created momentum, and momentum carried you further. Tired, fine. Unmotivated, fine. But you made a promise. Keep it. No fire, still move. No drive, still work. Stay. Don't negotiate with temporary feelings. Protect the standard you built again. Motivation can disappear. Discipline doesn't need to. Now your discipline doesn't depend on emotion. You have bad days, you have tired days, you have days when progress feels invisible, but you know how to continue anyway. Not recklessly, intelligently, you adjust intensity, you manage recovery, you protect the objective, the standard remains. That's maturity, understanding that consistency doesn't mean doing everything at maximum effort. It means refusing to abandon yourself. You can slow down without stopping. You can recover without retreating. You can change the method without changing the mission. And that makes you difficult to derail, because you don't need perfect conditions. You need direction. You don't need constant motivation. You need a standard stronger than your mood. And now when the mind starts looking for an exit, you recognize the voice. You don't hate it, you simply don't obey it. No motivation, doesn't matter. No energy, adjust. But stay. No fire, still move. No drive, still work. Stay. When the feeling disappears, when the road becomes repetitive again. You don't need another burst of motivation. Yeah, you need to honor the standard again and again and again. Motivation taught you how to start. Discipline taught you how to remain. Once starting, stopped feeling good.
You wanted results. You got resistance. Good. Now make the resistance useful. You train hard and nothing seemed to change. You gave your time and watched the clock remain. Another failed attempt, another plan that collapsed, another goal that stayed out of reach. Frustration started living in your head. Every setback felt personal. Every delay felt like rejection. But frustration was telling you something. You were expecting the reward too early. So you stopped demanding instant confirmation. Stop checking whether the work was paying off. You focused on execution, cleaner movement, sharper decisions, better preparation, less emotion, more control. The frustration didn't disappear. It changed purpose. It became pressure you could direct. Feel the frustration.
working. Don't complain, study it. You stopped asking, why is this happening? Started asking, what am I missing?
Maybe the timing was wrong, maybe the method was weak, maybe your expectations were unrealistic, maybe you simply needed more repetitions. That question gave you something anger couldn't direction. You began tracking what actually mattered, what improved, what stalled, what needed changing. The process became colder, not emotionless, precise. You didn't need to feel inspired, you needed information. Failure provided it, plateaus provided it, bad sessions provided it. Every mistake became another measurement, and slowly your frustration became useful, because you weren't fighting the result anymore. You were improving the process that creates it.
Don't react,
Observe,
don't complain,
correct,
then go again.
feel the frustration, use it. Feel the resistance, adapt, lock in. Every setback contains information. Move, every mistake can sharpen your method. Again,
Don't let frustration control your actions, control it.
now you don't fear slow progress. You understand that mastery is often invisible. The outside sees repetition, you see refinement, a slightly better decision, a cleaner execution, a stronger response, a smaller mistake. Those details compound, you became harder to frustrate. Not because everything works, because you stopped expecting everything to work. You can fail without losing direction. You can lose without losing composure. You can wait without becoming passive. You learn that patience isn't doing nothing, it's continuing without demanding immediate reward. And that mindset changed your relationship with difficulty. Resistance no longer means stop.
Sometimes it means adjust, sometimes it means learn, sometimes it means
Keep going.
you don't need every obstacle removed. You need to become better at reading them. Frustrated? Good. Don't react. Think. Adjust.
Feel the frustration, use it. Feel the resistance, adapt, lock in. Turn every setback into another lesson. Move, turn every mistake into better execution. Again,
Don't let disappointment become your identity. Make it information. Make it progress. Make it fuel. Frustration didn't make you stronger. Learning how to use it did. Nobody's asking you become perfect. Only to stop betraying. The standard you chose.
you know the difference between tired and careless, between need and recovery. It's searching for an excuse. You felt both, you've used both, but something changed. You started watching your own decisions, not judging them, measuring them. Did you keep the promise? Did you finish the work? Did you choose what mattered over what felt easier? Those questions became uncomfortable because nobody else could answer them. You could blame the schedule, blame the mood, blame the circumstances, but you knew the truth, your standard was yours to protect. So you stopped demanding perfection, you demanded honesty. If you failed, admit it. If you needed rest, take it. If you were avoiding work, face it. No excuses, no performance, just accountability. Hold the standard, cross the line. Stand when nobody is watching. Move when nobody will know if you cut the corner again. The standard means nothing if it disappears when things get difficult. started understanding that discipline isn't intense and it's reliability anyone can have. One perfect day, one perfect workout, one perfect week. But can you repeat the fundamentals when they're boring? Can you stay precise when you're tired? Can you keep your word when nobody checks? That's why identity forms, not during the highlight, during the repetition. You stopped trying to impress yourself, started trying to impress yourself, and trust came slowly. One promise kept, then another, until your own words started carrying weight. You didn't need external pressure anymore. Your standard was already waiting. You knew what was required, so you did it. Not because you felt like it, because you decided what kind of person you were gonna be. Nobody sees this moment. That's exactly why it matters. Don't lower the standard. Hold it. Hold the standard. Guard the line. Stand. When excuses stand. Offer starts negotiating. Move. When excuses sound reasonable. You don't need to be perfect, just don't abandon what you know matters. Now the standard isn't something written down, it's visible in your behavior. How you enter the room, home, how you handle pressure, how you respond to how you treat your own promises. You don't need to announce discipline, people can feel it. Not because you're loud, because you're consistent. Inconsistency has a different presence. You became more selective with your commitments. You stopped promising what you couldn't sustain, started choosing fewer things and doing it properly. That made your life quieter but stronger. You learn that self-respect is built through evidence. Every time you keep your word, every time you correct yourself, every time you refuse the easy lie, you add another layer, and eventually the standard becomes automatic. Not because you became perfect, because lowering it starts feeling worse than maintaining it. The body is watching. Good. This one is yours. Easy option looks attractive. When nobody would know you chose differently. Protect the person you're becoming. Don't lower the line just because the day got hard. Your standard isn't tested. It's revealed. But nobody would blame you for lowering.
You changed. You grew. But sometimes the old version comes knocking. You thought you left that person behind, the habits, the doubts, the easy escape. You built new routines, changed your surroundings, raised your expectations. But one difficult season brought the old instincts back. The urge to quit, the urge to disappear, the urge to choose what felt familiar. For a moment, you almost believed maybe nothing changed, but that wasn't true. You had changed. You simply discovered that growth doesn't erase old patterns. It teaches you how to recognize them so you notice the warning. Before the damage, before the excuse, before the return. And this time, you chose differently. Old habits, stay back. Old mindset, not again. You know where that road leads. Move. Don't trade your progress for familiar comfort. Again, you already escaped once. Don't build the cage again. You learn that temptation doesn't always look dangerous. Sometimes it looks comfortable. One skip session, one wasted night, one excuse that sounds reasonable. Nothing dramatic, that's how regression begins quietly. One permission at a time, so you became protective of your direction, not obsessive aware. You knew what weakened you, you knew what distracted you, you knew which environments pulled you backward. And now you recognize the pattern
You didn't need to fight everything. You needed to stop feeding it. The old version could knock on the door, but it didn't live there anymore. Remember who you were. Remember what it cost. Now remember who you're becoming. Old habits, stay back. Old mindset, not again. Don't reopen what you worked too close. Move, protect the progress nobody else can see. Again, the past can call.
You don't have to answer.
Now you understand that becoming stronger isn't about never struggling. It's about recognizing the struggle sooner. You still have weak moments, you still get tired, you still feel the temptation to retreat, but you don't confuse a feeling with a command. You can feel it, observe it, and choose anyway. That's what changed. The old habits still know your name, but they don't control your schedule anymore. The old doubts still know your voice, but they don't write your decisions anymore. You build distance, not from your past, from its authority. You can remember who you were without becoming him again. You don't have to hate the old version. He brought you here, but he doesn't get to drive anymore. It's back. The old feeling. Don't panic. Choose again. Old habit, stay back. Old mindset, not again. You work too hard to surrender your direction. One decision can protect everything. Again, you are not who you used to be. Prove it with your next choice. The old you may return sometimes, but every time you choose differently, you make sure he never returns permanently.
Nobody saw the beginning. Nobody saw the struggle. That's exactly why it became real. There were no cameras inside those mornings, no applause inside those empty rooms, just you and the decision to keep going. You work without knowing if anyone would notice. Train without compliments, study without recognition, failed without an audience. Some days the only evidence of progress was that you showed up again. You learn to operate without external reward, because attention disappears, praise disappears, excitement disappears, but the work remains. So you stopped asking who was watching, started asking what was getting built. That question made you dangerous. You no longer needed permission to improve. No crown, still build. No praise, still work. Move. Nobody has to see what you're becoming. Keep stacking what they cannot see. Again. The strongest foundation is built in silence. You discovered how much growth happens before anyone notices. The first change is usually invisible. Your discipline, your patience, your tolerance for discomfort, those things develop before the results appear. So you stop measuring your worth by immediate outcomes. A bad week didn't erase the process. A missed target didn't erase the lessons. You kept collecting small victories. One completed task, one better decision, one more controlled response, one more day without returning to old habits. Nobody celebrated, you did it anyway, because eventually you understood the work doesn't become valuable because someone sees it. Someone sees it. Because the work eventually becomes impossible to ignore. No applause, no audience, no validation. Good. Now keep building. No crowd, still build. No praise,
Still work.
move. Let silence become your training ground. Let repetition create the evidence. You don't need to be noticed. You need to become undeniable. Now you understand why the quiet years mattered. They gave you something attention could never give. Self-reliance. You learned how to continue without being encouraged. How to correct yourself without being embarrassed. How to improve without announcing it. That changed your confidence. It became quieter, more stable, less dependent on what people thought. You don't need everyone to understand your direction. You don't even need everyone to like it. Your responsibility is simple. Keep building, keep refining, keep learning, keep showing up. Because
need to correct them, you know where it came from. Nobody saw it. You did, that's enough.
Keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going.
No proud, still build, no praise.
Still work.
Move,
Keep stacking the days nobody notices. Keep creating what eventually speaks for itself. No audience, no excuses. No need for approval, just work until the invisible becomes undeniable. They didn't see you becoming stronger. They only saw the moment you became impossible to overlook.
Pressure doesn't create who you are. It removes what was hiding it.
yeah. When everything is easy, anyone can look composed, anyone can talk about discipline, talk about courage, talk about control. Then pressure arrives, plans collapse, time disappears, expectations rise, and suddenly the real version steps forward. You discovered yours the hard way. Your hands shook, your thoughts raced, your confidence disappeared, but you stayed. Not perfectly, not fearlessly, you stayed. And that mattered, because courage wasn't the absence of panic, it was continuing while panic was present. You started learning how you react under weight, where you rush, where you hesitate, where you overthink, where you want to escape. Every pressure point reveals something, and everything revealed could be trained. Pressure rises, stay ready, heat comes, hold your ground, breathe. Don't let urgency control your hands, move. Don't let fear choose your next decision again. Pressure isn't your enemy, it is the test. Yeah, you stopped trying to eliminate pressure that was impossible. Instead, you trained your response, slow the breath, clear the thought, separate facts from panic, find the next action and execute. You learn that chaos wants your attention, it wants you reacting to everything, so you became selective. One problem, one decision, one movement at a time. You didn't need to solve the entire situation in 1 second. You needed to stop making it worse. That became your advantage. While others rushed, you slowed down. While others panicked, you observed. While others reacted, you chose. Not because you felt superior, because you had practice staying present. Pressure rises, stay ready, heat comes, hold your ground, breathe. Keep your mind inside the moment, move. One decision at a time. Again, the pressure can rise. The pressure can rise. Your control rises with it.
Now you understand why difficult situations changed you. They showed you where you were fragile and gave you something specific to strengthen. You became better at handling uncertainty, better at waiting, better at making decisions without perfect information, better at accepting what you couldn't control and acting on what you could. That's maturity. Not becoming unaffected, becoming responsive instead of reactive. Pressure still arises, but it doesn't surprise you. You know what to do. Breathe. Observe, decide, execute, repeat. The situation may remain difficult, but you no longer add unnecessary chaos to it. That's strength, not being unbreakable, being able to bend without losing direction. Feel the pressure, don't rush.
Breathe.
Now decide.
Pressure rises, stay ready, heat comes, hold your ground, breathe. When everything speeds up, boom, become the calm inside the chaos again.
Pressure doesn't define you,
your response does.
Stay composed, stay precise,
Stay moving.
Pressure didn't show you who you wanted to be. and showed you what's still needed to be built.